So we know you are the founder of the Big Ideas podcast, and you've got a beautiful mission of inspiring audacious faith. Where do big ideas come from, and how can we discern whether they are from God or just a good idea that looks shiny?
Hmm. Gosh, I don't know if I can answer that. I guess just I'll, speak from my experience. And so, um, I would say big ideas are what God inspires. If it seems too big for you,
Mm,
then it might be the right move.
true.
I have definitely found that if I can wrap my brain around it and I can do it all in my power, then I'm thinking too small. But
That's
if
right.
it's going to require, God to intervene, and it's only going to work if he shows up big, then I'm usually on the right track, which is terrifying, but also so freeing if you realize, like, okay, then, like we've been talking about, then it's not all up to me. And so I think usually the God given big ideas are not usually the shiny ones. They might
Mm,
look fun if they're, if they're using your gifts and, they're really pulling out of you things that, you're passionate about, obviously. I actually have a download on my website that's called Chase Down Your Biggest Dreams. It's 6 steps to do it. And the sixth step of it is if it's something that you feel like, if it's an idea
mm,
that you feel like almost comes under attack as soon as you start
mm.
moving on it,
Yeah.
it's usually an indicator that
Yes.
you are moving in the right direction, because it's that very thing we know. We'll call him fear. We'll call him, the thief of dreams.
Hmm.
Yes.
And the enemy does not like when you are moving on those big ideas and those dreams and the things that God has to show up for, because God's going to get all the glory and he never likes that. And
That's
so
right.
when you do start moving on a big idea, if you feel like you just constantly hit this roadblock or this constant doubt or whatever it might be, just keep going, especially if it's not shiny right now. Especially, we've talked about, working in the quiet space, especially if it's requiring you to steward your gifts versus striving for applause and attention. It's usually an indicator that you are moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
And
and
I
you know
agree
what?
with that.
And I'll add one more thing too. Probably the
Yeah.
biggest thing is if it serves someone else more than it serves you, if it serves others in a greater capacity than it serves you, then it's also probably something you should move on.
Hmm.
It's so true.